good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Daytona International Speedway as we get ready for race number 17 of the Mobil1 Cup Series here in Season 5. We're getting ready for the Subway Firecracker 250 powered by Coca-Cola, a 15-lap event to take place here at the high banks of this amazing restrictor plate track. We got, I believe, a special co-commentator coming. He hasn't arrived yet.
Well, this isn't the concession stand.
Oh, you were supposed to go to the concession stand? I ended up getting word that I was supposed to have a co-commentator here.
Oh, well, I was looking for something to eat, but since I'm up here, hey Seth, how's it going?
Going good. We got Michael Norman here joining us, and I didn't even know we were going to have him. So, glad to have you here, Michael. We're getting ready for a Daytona race. Hopefully you can keep your mind off the concession stand and on the race. What do you think's going to happen today?
Hey, was that some kind of fat joke? No, I'm
No.
just kidding. No, it's pretty good. I love road course racing, man. Road course, wow, fail. Super speedway racing. Super speedway racing, I grew up watching and always wanted to do, and it's something that's exciting with the 3 and 4 wide action. See if these guys can keep it together. Talladega's the best, but Daytona is my home track, and because I only live about 45 minutes away from here, so I've been hanging out down the house with some friends and my cousin, giving him pointers for tonight's race, along with Danica Shirley, which I hope she did pretty good. So I haven't heard from her since the race, so I'll have to see what's going on there. But we're here. It's Mobil1 action. It's going to be an exciting race.
Absolutely. We got 15-lap event here, and obviously probably the number one thing that takes place here at this track is the drivers are always on the lookout for the big one. Do you think we're going to see it today?
Absolutely. It's just the way super speedway racing is. It's very, very rare, I guess you could say, to have a single car incident unless it happens to like the very last 2 cars. But it's all going to come down to when and where and who. And personally, as a car owner, I'm hoping it's not that number 3 car. But professionally, I hope it's not anybody out there.
Right, and a lot of these drivers that are actually running well in points are going to be starting at the back of the pack. Good thing, bad thing, do you want to start at the back, work your way to the front to keep out of trouble, or are you basically setting yourself up for disaster if the big one strikes?
Well, starting in the back isn't always a bad thing, because my motto for Daytona and Talladega is that it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish. So you could start dead last, lose the pack, stay on the lead lap, and you could still win it. It's also going to come down to cautions at the right time. I'm not going to say I'm hoping for it, but I most likely believe that there is going to be a big one.
Oh, the last time these Mobil1 Cup Series cars were at a restricted plate track, that was Talladega. Ralph Mason picked up the win. He's starting on the pole for today's race, trying to pick up his second straight restrictor plate track race in a row. Alongside of him, rookie Drew Austin. Then we got Cole Daly and Nicole Williams lining up in row number 2. Take a look at how it's going to be as far as the points battle coming in today. Basically, it's going to be between 3 possible drivers. Whitus Zavotas comes in with a 20-point advantage over a 2-way tie for second between rookie points leader Landa Vendetta and Tryphon Reed. For Whitus Zavotas, what's the strategy?
Sorry, would you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
With Whitus Zavotas, he's coming in with a 27-point advantage over a 2-way tie for second with a rather large points gap between himself and second place. What's the strategy for the points leader coming into this race?
Well, he would just have to take it easy. Just ride around, as Chad Knaus would say, we get up into the top 10 and we ride. So it's all going to come down to just being in the right spot, just riding, trying to stay out of trouble. That's, I believe, what the strategy will be for the points leader.
All right, we're getting ready to go under the green flag. Command to fire the engines has been given, so these cars will roll off, and we'll show you starting grid. And Michael, I know that you were looking for the concession stand, so to make it up to you, since you're helping me co-commentate this race, I'm going to get on the phone and order us some Andy Fox late mile fries to have up here in the booth.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. All right, so here comes your starting grid as we're going to munch on some fries, and we will be right back. field currently in turn number 3, now entering turn number 4 before we put them under the green flag. Michael, you've won at Daytona before. You ended up having a Truck Series win here. Where for you do you think is the ideal starting spot in a big pack like this?
Sorry, I had to
swallow those fries.
Well, what you want to be on the inside line with the final couple laps. You want to be on the inside line, preferably around, I believe, seventh or ninth, because depending on if you're 3 wide or something like that.
There's the green flag. Sorry to cut you off, but go ahead now.
We are racing here at Daytona, but yeah, the inside line is preferably the best place to go. It's going to come down to where you're at, preferably around 7th or 8th, I think, in the bottom line in the final couple laps to see if you can be in the lead at the very end.
All right, we got a few drivers here. Ralph Mason's starting to kind of get away. That's not exactly a good thing, but we got a few drivers here who are trying to make NNSCRA history by becoming the first ever 3-time winner in the Mobil1 Cup Series. We got Kyle Sosnowski, Eric Burton, and now Trent Dunham, who won last week in the Mobil1 Cup Series event. He's actually been replaced this race by Zohar Monad. We'll see how he does in his return to the Mobil1 Cup. But as far as for Kyle Sosnowski and Eric Burton, do you try going all out to win here so that way you basically have yourself a wild card in the chase locked up?
Yeah, it's just the way it goes. You know, you want to try to get either a wild card or to be in the top 10 in points.
John McNamara going to go to the lead here. Let's jump back real quickly here. Of course, Trent Dunham being replaced by Zohar Monad and Red Bell in a few of the upcoming races before he's medically cleared to return to racing. There's Zohar Monad down that inside line. Now, Zohar Monad, as I recall, actually did have a nice season when he drove the 12 in Season 4. In this kind of a situation, do you think Zohar Monad at a track at Daytona, which is, a lot of people say, really an easy track to learn even when you're making your first start, do you think Zohar Monad can work a little return magic and get to victory lane today?
Absolutely. I've seen Zohar Monad racing in other series at Daytona. As a matter of fact, he just recently won the Nationwide Amp Energy Discover Nationwide Series race at Daytona. So I believe that he could get it done here.
And I'm pretty sure they've come with a great setup for him to be able to run here too, just after winning last week. As a matter of fact, he's going to use that setup. He's going to go 3 wide, and he's going to go to the lead just like that. I don't think Zohar Monad's missed a beat.
Nope. I don't believe so either. It's all going to, like I said, it's all that inside line and the advantage. And man, these fries are delicious.
I know, aren't they? I mean, it's hard to keep concentrated on the race right now because just the flavor of these things. We got to thank Ralph Mason for this. Anyway, back to the race. Zach Buchanan, he's going to go to the lead now with James McLeod behind him. And there's Dylan Young, third on that inside line. This guy, I think that out of every driver in this field, this guy is the most needed as far as a win. He comes into this race dead last in points. He's a total of 16 points back from Danny Wells, who's 41st in points. Dylan Young has been mired down dead last in Mobil1 Cup Series points for probably a good 7-8 weeks, and really a win is what's needed, I think, to boost the spirits of that 6 team.
Yeah, man, there's some names in the back of this, on the very bottom of these point standings that I didn't think would be there, like Danny Wells, like Dylan Young. But all it's going to take is a 1 win to boost their confidence.
Well, we haven't yet looked back to see where the current points leader is running. Haven't even really seen him up at the front, Waidos of Otas, and there he is on the inside line. He's probably running somewhere around the 33rd position right now, trying to get on the inside line and work his way up to the front. And he's kind of using that strategy you were talking about where you want to be down on that inside line. And when the big one strikes, is there any particular line that it's best to be in to be able to get around a wreck? Is the inside line actually the preferred line when a wreck is triggered?
Yes it is. Because when they wreck, they're going to go straight up to the top. But they're going to go down and up before they come down again. And the best bet is to be on the inside line before they try to get past before they start sliding back down the racetrack.
Here comes Charles Jackson trying to get some redemption from last week where he ended up finishing dead last in that Mobil1 Cup Series event. He's looking for his second win of the season after winning at Atlanta earlier on. And here comes a guy who really I think could be a dark horse in this whole thing. Felix Graves in that 14. Not many people really have been looking his way, and he has steadily, even without wins this season, moved his way all the way up to 4th in points. Just the old cliche that consistency pays off.
Yep, that's what this sport mainly is all about. I guess you can say in some retrospects it's consistency and wins, but more along the lines of consistency when it comes for point standings.
Here comes a driver who he's done well, but he just has not been able to find victory lane lately. Dylan Potier, he just got turned by Jake Smith, and the big one has happened.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody has piled into it. There's got to be at least 30 cars involved in this one. There's James King. I think he only just got spun around. He's now getting his car righted. Jake Rogers in it. Dylan Poteet is involved, as we mentioned. Lando Vendetta, 2nd in points, is in it. Felix Graves, 4th in points. This wreck just took a lot of big players out.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there's ambulances and fire trucks, and they're all racing to the scene right now.
Harui Tashimi involved after a top 10 last week. I thought I saw Sean Williams involved. He's just been having horrible luck lately. And we almost just had another wreck. John McNamara nearly turned Zohar Monad, but fortunately they're going to keep it together. McLeod's got damaged. There are some big names that got caught up in this one. Luke Martin, Lyndon Wright.
Man, this is unbelievable how big this wreck was.
And believe it or not, going back to what you were saying, that inside line's the safest place to be. Waidas Savotas, the points leader, was on the inside line. He crossed the stripe in the 6th position just like that.
You see, this is why, unlike Anthony McCurry, who proclaims himself the road course king, this is why I'm always so good at super speedways, is because I've had a lot of experience on these super speedways. I'm not sure exactly where James was, but for most of these drivers, these young drivers looking to make it into the Snickers Cup Series, I've actually pulled a Michael Waltrip and was going down on the track and talking to some of these young guys.
Charles Jackson going to be the leader under the caution. Austin Ogo 2nd. Chris Kyle, who actually 2 weeks ago ended up picking up his first career Mobil1 Cup Series win at Dover, he's 3rd. Barney Ward 4th. James Silver Fox is going to be 5th. The top 10 under the caution are Waidas Savotas, Tryphon Reed, Danny Wells, 41st in points, is now up to in 8th. 9th is Sean Galligan, and Wolfgang Mason is in 10th. But lots of cars coming down pit road. While all this settles out here and we find out who's going to be able to continue or not, we're going to look back at a replay. The big one striking here on lap number 7. Well, I think this wreck triggered with an attempt to go 4 wide. Jake Smith just hooked Dylan Poteet around, and the scary part about this is it was right up with a battle for 2nd place, and when that happens, just so many drivers, there's nowhere for them to go. Look at them just piling in here. Henley, I think, is going to just barely get through. There's Joseph Bryant turning Riley Ogle, Ron Vijara Jr., Harui Tashimi. Just look through the smoke, see if you can find your ride. James King, I think he bounces off of Dylan Young, then bounces down into Chambers. There's Jake Smith. There's Lando Vendetta. Eric Burton, 2-time winner, gets involved. Jeffrey Finguy is back there. Jake Rogers back there. Absolutely incredible. There were ample number of cars that were involved in this. Several of them leaving with significant damage. And a few of them possibly getting through. We're going to see if we can find those drivers that actually got through this wreck. We'll try and see if we can find a few onboards. The caution coming out for an incident taking place in turn 1 in a battle for 2nd place. Going on board here with Dylan Young, who is on the high side when the incident occurs. Watch him work his way through this wreck.
Skillful Dylan Young. That's the determination of somebody who wants to get out of dead last points.
Yeah, I mean, right there, I mean, he got tapped on the left, he got tapped on the right, but the main point was he never really damaged the front of his car, and there's some other rookies just ahead there. Justin Williams, Nicole Williams, they got through this too. Really good driving by a lot of these drivers.
Absolutely.
Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Charles Jackson is going to be the leader when we get back to green. And it looks like, according to what we're seeing, it's going to be a 4-lap shootout to decide today's race as the green will come back out on lap number 12. Rather surprised, only 5 drivers went back behind the wall as a result of that wreck. Lyndon Wright, Harui Tashimi, Sean Williams, Felix Graves, and Lando Vendetta. But that's certainly going to hurt some drivers in the points because Lyndon Wright came in 6th in points, Felix Graves came in 4th in points, and Lando Vendetta came in 2nd in the standings. So we may see a little bit of a point shuffle up in the top 10 when we leave today.
That's just what Daytona is known for. Or should I say just all super speedways in general.
Try and see if we can give you as full a field rundown as we can before we go under the green. Jackson's the leader. 2nd is Austin Ogo, currently the highest running rookie. Chris Kyle is in 3rd, Barney Ward 4th, and James Silverfox, who's still trying to get to victory lane this season after winning 3 races last season, he is in 5th. 6th place is Wido Savotas, Tryphon Reed 7th, Danny Wells 8th, Sean Galligan 9th, and Wolfgang Mason is in 10th. And it's Sean Henley, Riley Ogle, Joseph Bryant, Ralph Mason, and Mark Thomas, the top 15. Justin Williams, Nicole Williams, Cole Daly, Dylan Young, and Ron Vajar Jr., that is the top 20. Richard Johnson, 21st. Kyle Sosnowski, 22nd. Actually, Zohar Manud is in 23rd. 24th place, John McNamara. Adam Chambers, 25th. 26th, Zach Buchanan. 27th is Drew Austin. James Qualls, 28th. Jordan Davis is in 29th. And 30th place is going to be Eric Burton. Rest of the cars that are still on the racetrack and on the lead lap are Jake Smith, Dylan Poteet, Jake Rogers, James King, Jeffrey Finguy, Luke Martin, and James McLeod as we go back to green here. 4-lap shootout. Can they keep it green, Michael?
I certainly hope so. This should be an exciting finish.
Here we go. Let's see if anybody's going to step out of line. Yep, Austin Ogo is going to be the one to dive to the bottom for the lead on Charles Jackson, but he has no drafting partner down there, so he's got to try to go it on his own. I don't know if that's going to work because Chris Kyle is working on the high side with Charles Jackson. And here comes a 2-car tandem, Barney Ward and the points leader, Wido Savotas, who I believe right now, barring anything happening, is definitely going to be the points leader leaving today.
With the live scoring, I believe so.
Chris Kyle now diving down to the bottom. He's looking for his 2nd win in 3 weeks as he's going to try and look for the lead. And how about some of these names that are suddenly popping up here at the front? Silver Fox and Danny Wells and Sean Galligan. Do they have anything for this win?
If they get into the right line and the right person to draft with, I believe so, because anything's possible.
Now, we've had lots of commentators here with races at Talladega and Daytona. I'm going to ask you, on the final lap, what is the best place to be in if you're going to try and take the win?
My personal opinion would be 2nd, attempting to take the lead, because that's all going to come down to the run you get.
We're going to have to see if that's going to be what's going to be the case, because Matthew Rodriguez ended up kind of defying the odds yesterday in the Truck Series race after he went from 7th to the win in only 1 lap. So we'll see if Michael Norman's 2nd place driver is going to be able to do it on the final lap. When they come down, we're going to have 2 to go. We've got ourselves a little pack of cars here, about, I'd say, 15 cars left to sell this thing out. As Danny Wells going to lead the way there, but here comes Wolfgang Mason to the inside. Are these drivers trying to make moves here as quickly as possible just in case we have a caution come out?
Yes, when in these final couple laps, it's very, very unpredictable and high intense racing, and you never know what's going to happen. So these drivers are trying to get as close to the lead as they can, enough to where they can make a move if necessary to try to go for the lead.
How ironic is this? Think back to Talladega. Ralph Mason ended up winning because his brother Wolfgang pushed him to the win. The Wolfgang Mason and Ralph Mason brothers are running 1st and 3rd, and there's the caution! Someone just spun up the racetrack! They're going to come down to the stripe. Wolfgang Mason, under the caution, looks like he's going to win this thing as the white flag's displayed along with the caution. This race is over and Wolfgang Mason has won.
There's that caution that we were both talking about, Seth, right there. The high intensity racing, action packed. Just the caution. I hate that it's going to have to end under caution and not a green-white checkered, but it's going to be Wolfgang Mason. He was right in the right place at the right time, right when the caution flew, and he beat the field to the line, and he rightfully deserves to win the race today.
Yeah, if they had just kept it green for maybe another 800, 900 feet, we may have ended up actually racing this back to the line on the final lap, but drivers involved, Nicole Williams, we were talking about her just getting through that first big wreck. She's involved. Jake Smith involved in yet another wreck. And Tryphon Reed, 2nd in points, or actually 3rd in points. he's involved in this. Yet another big plus for the points leader, Waidos of Otas.
Absolutely, he's gonna. I guess he's gonna come away with his biggest gap as he could possibly get with them falling down like that.
Yeah, I mean, Lando Vendetta, Felix Graves, second, fourth in points. They retired. Of course, the trouble with Tryphon Reed. Waidos of Otas, he's going to enjoy a pretty comfortable margin next week as they're coming out of turn 4. Looks like the drivers, the way they're going to finish, it's going to be Wolfgang Mason, then Joseph Bryant, then Ralph Mason in third. You just can't seem to stop these Masons when it comes to restrictor plate tracks lately.
No, not at all. You got the brothers like Kurt and Kyle when it comes to Daytona. They always have the right person to draft with. And once they get hooked up, they're unstoppable.
Here he comes, Wolfgang Mason, a two-time winner last season, picks up his first win of this season by winning the Subway Firecracker 250, powered by Coca-Cola. And the Masons again, if I'm not mistaken, I think Wolfgang Mason, well, no, actually, I think I'm wrong. They both finished top 10, obviously, at Talladega, but I think Wolfgang slipped to 7th on the final lap. Much better result for both of them. And how about rookie of the race, Justin Williams in that 5? We saw him get through that big wreck, and he's going to salvage a top 5 today.
It's awesome. Awesome for Justin. Great job by that rookie. Daytona can make or break rookies. And I believe it just made one tonight.
Sean Henley going to get 5th place today. Danny Wells, he's really been putting together some good runs lately, as he's going to finish in 6th. Riley Ogle, he's been really going on a hot streak too. He's going to get 7th. James Silverfox, 8th, Barney Ward, 9th, and Sean Galligan is going to finish the top 10. This is actually Galligan's second straight top 10 finish here. He ended up finishing top 10 the Truck Series race, too, so he's figured out Daytona, it appears, after he ended up finishing, I think it was 5th place last week at Champs-Élysées. So Galligan may be making a bid for a top 10 position in the standings after today, but big story is Wolfgang Mason there, and maybe with him winning, we'll get more Andy Fox Late Model Series fries up here in the booth.
Absolutely, I hope so, man, and also Coca-Cola. I'm excited to see this truck race. I was absent for the truck races. I was at home spending time with some family since I've been on the road a lot, and so I'm looking forward to seeing the truck race. If you're watching this today, I apologize for not being there, but also for the Mobil1 series. This was an exciting race. Congratulations to Wolfgang Mason. And you know what, Seth? Let's go ahead and get some more fries.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that we've definitely earned some fries here, along with a paycheck to buy more fries. But anyway, we're going to be seeing you guys next time. We got a Snickers Cup Series event coming here. So far, we're 2 for 2 with big ones happening here at Daytona. And that Snickers Cup Series event, I think, is going to be just as wild.
And one more thing to add, and speaking of paychecks, mister, I overheard you talking with Dylan about me owing you guys some money from my All-Star race win.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We need the taxes on it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Talking about, I get like freaking 98% of that.
I always thought that the government takes about 30%. But anyway, we hope that you guys enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Also, be sure to subscribe to McKinley Man 93. I gotta stop talking so fast. And I'll put the link to his channel in the description so you can sub to him. And Michael, good luck in the upcoming Snickers Cup Series race.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait. Speaking of my channel, my car this week, just like it was in the All-Star race, will be sponsored by my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. And Seth, I guess I could say good luck to you in the Oriole Truck Series race, since I didn't get to see it yet. So, yep, I'll be going out there, hopefully trying to put on the show in the Snickers Cup Series, but we also got 41 other hungry drivers looking to get a Daytona win.
Okay, and spoiler alert, I wrecked in the Truck Series race. So thanks.
Oh, darn.
Anyway, we hope to see you guys next time here. Here comes your official finishing results, your official rookie points, and your official point standings. It's going to be interesting to see how big a points lead Waidos of Otas will have heading into next week. And we'll see you guys next time here on the NSCRA Sports Channel, offline racing at its best. Okay, where are the fries?
Yes.